Yes, indeed, people. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jay.Jordan back again. I hope everyone in the US enjoyed their extended weekend if you had off. But we're back for some WNBA basketball. Salute. It's like a race to see who's first. It's like a Janelle RC. What's good, y'all? Hope all is well. Well, today, as requested by the people, we have another watch along here. We have the LA Sparks going over to Indiana to face the Indiana Fever. This is the second matchup between these two teams. They last played on Friday, I believe, in LA. And now they are here in Indianapolis to play again. The Sparks are 1-4. They're one win coming against the Washington Mystics. And the Fever are 1-6. They're one win coming against the LA Sparks. Already got some. The Fever gonna lose again. We shall see. Thanks to everybody who's here early. This game starts at 7 p.m. Eastern. This game is on. I'm watching it on League Pass. I believe it's on NBA TV. Verifying here. Yes, the game is on NBA TV. If you're not in Indiana, in the Indianapolis metropolitan area, or wherever is covered by Indiana's regional sports carrier, or if you're not in the LA area as well. If you're in any other place but LA or the Indiana area, you can watch this game on NBA TV. If you are in those areas, refer to your local broadcast carriers. It's also on League Pass as well if you want to watch it on League Pass, which is what I am doing. All right, let's get into the starting lineups before I get into some other W news that took place over the past couple days. For the Sparks, we have a change. We have Lexi Brown, Kia Nurse, and we have Rickea Jackson getting her first official start in the W. We have Dearica Hamby and Cameron Brink. Laisha Clarendon is out with I think it was a knee injury or a head injury, excuse me. So she's not in the starting lineup. The bench, Ari McDonald, Stephanie Talbot, Rickea Jackson, Zaya Cook, Lee Ueru, and Ray Burrell. For the the home Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Katie Lou Samuelson, Temi Fagbentley, and Aaliyah Boston. I'm gonna verify that. I know they said Temi was starting again, but I want to verify if Katie Lou is still getting the start. When I last checked, she wasn't. And as I say that, she isn't. So the starting lineup is Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, and we have Christy Wallace getting the start. I know they tried to experiment with Katie Lou last game, and that didn't pay off well. So we're going with Christy Wallace, Temi Fagbentley, and Aaliyah Boston. So Nalissa Smith back on the bench again for the second straight game. So for the bench, Nalissa Hull, Lexi Hull, Victoria Saxton, Celeste Taylor. This is going to be Katie Lou Samuelson. Katie Lou Samuelson. And we have Grace Berger and Erica Wheeler. All right, let's fix all this. And we should be good to go. All right, so we're good to go. Those are the starting lineups for today's games here. All right, just making sure we rearrange everything good. All right, we good to go. All right, people. So some WNBA news dropped this weekend. We'll start with those who weren't here from when I did the Toronto expansion team news. So, of course, after that, 24th, the Atlanta Dream activated Lorella Kubai, who was over in Italy playing. Her season ended, so she's back with the Atlanta Dream. Another person back from Italy is Dorka Juhas. She was playing over in Italy as well. Her season's ended. Unfortunately for the Lynx, with her being activated, they had to deactivate/waive somebody. So Taylor Soule was the person from the Lynx who who was waived. On the 26th, Deasia Fair, I think she's third all time in NCAA women's scoring history. She was waived by the Las Vegas Aces on the 26th. It was like right after the game against the Sparks. No, it wasn't the Sparks. The game against the Fever, excuse me. She ended up getting waived. So we had a couple people come back to the league and a couple people were waived, unfortunately. So all the best to Deasia and Taylor as they look for new teams or look new endeavors, whether it be here in the W or overseas. But that is the W news that has been released over the past couple days. All right, people, for this game, what are we thinking here? What are we thinking? Are we thinking the Fever get a W here? We think the Sparks avenge their loss at home and get a win here. I'm going to get a poll up for us momentarily so we could have our discussion here. Game is on League Pass for those who are just joining, or NBA TV. If you're not in the Indiana or LA areas. If you are, refer to your local carriers to watch this game. So let me create this poll. Who will win this game? I'm getting this poll up right quick before we go. We're about 5 minutes until game time. Do we have the Sparks or the Fever? All right, starting the poll. Let your thoughts be heard. Who do you think will win this game? Poll will close right at tip-off, so get your thoughts in ASAP. There's two other games that are going on tonight. Another game that's starting at 7 is the Phoenix Mercury taking on the undefeated Connecticut Sun in Connecticut. That game starts at 7 on CBS Sports Network if you would like to tune into that game live. The other game that starts at 8 p.m. Eastern, Seattle Storm takes on the Chicago Sky. That game is on League Pass. So if you're in the Chicago or Seattle areas, you're going to have to watch it on your local carriers. If you're anywhere else in the country, you will be able to watch this game on League Pass. Alrighty. I'm ready for this game. I didn't get to see the other game live. I didn't do a watch along for it. I couldn't do it. So I'm looking forward to see how this game pans out. I know Cameron Brink has been really acclimating to playing in the league. She had, I think, a career high 21 points last game. So it was only onward and upward for her. Caitlin Clark had I think she had a near triple double last game against the Sparks. So I'm looking to see her do better from scoring. She had some big shots down the stretch from what I did see on the highlights. So looking for another big game from her this evening. Aaliyah Boston getting more comfortable. She had 17 points, I believe, last game. And who else had a good game? Temi Fagbenley in her first start had a very solid game as well. So we have some good things coming down the pipeline. Some good games coming down the pipeline. I'm looking forward to seeing how Rickea Jackson plays in her first start. This is the same lineup they played, the starting lineup that played the whole second half of that game against the Mystics when they won their first game. RC said he's rolling with the Fever. And the Toronto truck drivers, nah, get out of here, man. This man said the Toronto truck drivers. We got the Toronto Honeycombs. I don't know about them names, y'all. I don't know about them names. But listen, stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. Alrighty, they're doing the starting lineup introduction. They introduced Rickea Jackson, getting her first start. Cam Brink, the same same lineup I have here on the screen for us is the same lineup that is working. Right, we're at 6:58 here on the East Coast. I like these nice and early games. 7 o'clock games over by a little after 9, and I'm out here all night during the week. But listen, love what I do. I love these watch-alongs. I'm glad you guys enjoy them as well. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. We're at a little over 400 in the 420 range. If we get to 500, that would be incredible. Appreciate all of your support. So the team leaders for both squads before this game actually kicks off, we got De'Erica Hamby leading the Sparks with 20 points a game. She's also leading the Sparks in rebounds with 13.2 rebounds a game. And Lexi Brown leads them with 4 assists a game. For Indiana, Caitlin Clark leads them in scoring with 15 points a game. Nalissa Smith leads them in rebounding with 6.7 boards per game. And Caitlin Clark leads them in assists with 6.3 assists per game. She has at 5.3 turnovers. So that turnover number is coming down from the first game when she had 10. It's going to average out as she gets more comfortable here. The Toronto Kendricks, nah, come on. They not like us? Nah, come on, man. Nah, don't do that to that man. That man would lose his mind if that happened to Toronto Kendricks. All right, they're doing the starting lineups for the Fever now, doing the introductions. It's the same ones we have on our screen here. Same ones we have on the screen. All right, let's get some water here. Make sure you got your snacks, your drinks, and you're staying locked in for this watch along. Oh, so if you're into Indiana, this looks like this game is on Bally Sports Indiana. Man, Bally Sports all over the place. But we are good to go. Alrighty, so let's look at the poll. Fever up 76% of y'all say the Fever is going to win this game. Okay. At the completion of this game, one of these two teams will have their second win of the season. One of these two teams will have their second win of the season. The next game for the Fever is on May 30th against the Seattle Storm. And the next game for the Sparks is against the Chicago Sky on the road. So the Sparks just starting their road trip. The Fever are beginning a homestand here. Caitlin Clark is 4th in the league in assists this season so far, behind Natasha Cloud, Alyssa Thomas, and Jackie Young. We knew she was a good passer, so I expect those numbers to get better. Ryan Tamslaw on the Twitch, salute to you. No, I cannot show the game. I will get copyright strike. I will be keeping up with the stats for you, keeping up with everything as I see it here. If you want to watch the game, it's on NBA TV if you're not in the Indiana or LA area. Liz, what's going on? Salute. What's going on? Hope all is well on this Tuesday. All right, game's about to kick off. It was a pretty long intro, but the game is finally about to kick off. Let me turn up the volume a little bit so I can hear anything that they got going on. And we're off, people, and we are off. Game has started. Game has started, people. Game has started. Lexi Brown, left side of the floor over to Rickea. Rickea attacks, goes up, and she gets fouled. So Rickea gets the ball in the post immediately, turns, spins, attacks the basket. Aaliyah Boston gets the foul. So Rickea, they immediately try to get her buckets. and she gets right to it. That's what you love to see. She rattles in the first, and she has the first points of the game. And she rattles in the second. So it's 2-0. Sparks on the board first. Caitlin Clark right side of the floor over to Leah Boston by the 3-point line, guarded by Cam Brink. Handoff to Kelsey Mitchell. She gets into the paint over to Temi on the baseline. Jumper, good. So it's 2-2 early. Temi with the first points of the game. Ball back in play. Kia Nurse over to De'Erica Hamby. Back to Kia. Kia Nurse dribbling. She's looking. She gets into the paint. Throws up the floater. Misses. Rebound, Caitlin. Caitlin outlet over to Christy Wallace. Christy Wallace wide open three. Misses. It tipped by Cam, and it goes out of bounds off of the Sparks. Stays Fever basketball. Ball inbound to Temi, and the clock has started. Over to Christy Wallace, looking for Caitlin. Caitlin, pull up for three. Buries it. Caitlin Clark, off to a good start already. Hits her first three, first shot attempt of the game. 5-2 Fever. Oh, I didn't even stop the poll. Look at me, cheating. And the poll, 83% of y'all say Fever. Alexi Brown out to Cam Brink. She drives over to De'Erica Hamby. 3-point line, guarded by Temi. Trying to post up. She drives, goes into the paint, goes up for the bank shot, misses. Temi with the rebound. Caitlin, another outlet to Kelsey Mitchell, goes up the left and gets fouled. Kelsey Mitchell does like a front cartwheel. She's slow to get up. And she looks like she's good. She'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Caitlin with a beautiful outlet pass. That's how the Fever will attack in transition. Caitlin will get the rebound and throw those outlet passes. Kelsey Mitchell, first free throw is a miss. Kelsey for the second free throw, buries it. So it's 6-2 Indiana. Lexi Brown brings the ball up the court. Lexi Brown playing point guard. She gets into the paint and it gets tipped from behind. Cameron Brink, corner three, buries it. Cam Brink continuing her 3-point prowess from last game, buries a three, and it's 6-5 Fever. Caitlin Clark right side of the floor. Over to Aaliyah Boston, over to Kelsey. Kelsey hands off to Caitlin. Caitlin with the ball gets the screen from Aaliyah Boston, finds Aaliyah Boston rolling, and they call a moving screen on Aaliyah Boston. That's her second foul. She might have to go to the bench now. Yeah, Brink's hitting them threes. Brink is hitting them threes. What does Christy Wallace have on Christy's sides? Because sides. Oh, it's a steal by the Fever. And the aforementioned Christy Wallace gets the steals. Kelsey Mitchell for three. Oh, she misses the whole rim. Hits the other side of the backboard from the right-hand side. That's a blocking foul on Christy Wallace on De'Erica Hamby. And De'Erica's going to the line for 2 free throws. Christy Wallace, I guess that's her. That's the 3-and-D person that they prefer over Lexi. RC. Aaliyah Boston to the bench and Alyssa Smith into the game. Oh, it wasn't a shooting foul. They just called a blocking. Lexi Brown for 3. And scores. And the Sparks take the lead, 8-6. Christy Wallace drives, goes up and under, misses. Rebound, De'Erica. Out to Lexi. Lexi with the ball. Lexi crossover. Double crossover. Gets the slip from De'Erica. She's trying to drive. They bring the double. They find De'Erica in the mid-post there by the baseline. She's looking for somebody. It's 10 seconds on the shot clock. Lexi, they bring the double, and Kelsey Mitchell gets the steal. Kelsey on the break, drives at Rickea, scoops it up, misses the layup, and a foul on, I don't know who they call it on. It's either Cam Brink or Rickea, and they call it on, they still haven't said right now. She got sandwiched in there, and they haven't decided who the foul call is on yet. Cameron Brink gets that foul call. Cameron Brink. So it's Indiana to inbound sideline. Christy Wallace over to Caitlin. Caitlin with the pump fake. They bring the double at her. They throw it over to Nalissa Smith. Nalissa goes corner to Christy Wallace. Corner three. Misses. Rebound Lexi Brown. Lexi Brown over to De'Erica. Back to Lexi. Back to De'Erica. De'Erica driving on Nalissa. She goes steps under. Ooh, and scores with the left. De'Erica Hamby with the left hand scores on Nalissa Smith. It's 10-6 Sparks. Caitlin Clark gets the screen from Nalissa Smith. She tries to lead a pass and is tipped out by the Sparks. Fever ball. De'Erica Hamby, candidate for most improved all-star. Ball inbound to the Fever. Caitlin Clark, corner three, misses. Rebound by Temi. Temi goes up, under, up again. Goes corner to Christy. Top of the key to the Nalissa. Over to Kelsey Mitchell. Top of the key. She goes left, 1-2. Scoops it up and misses another layup. Tipped out. Back to the Fever though. Caitlin drives. Corner to Nalissa. She tries to drive. They leave her open, but she passes it out. Christy Wallace with 5 seconds on the shot clock. They bring the double over to Temi. Temi gets blocked by Cam Brink. Rebound up Sparks. That was a bad possession by Indiana. Kia Nurse with the ball. Kia Nurse drives. Scoop layup, and she's short on the layup. They call a foul. Foul on Kelsey Mitchell. James, what's going on? Salute, my guy. Hope all is well. Man said Wallace is our Grieve and D player. Wow. That's how you feel? That's crazy. Yeah, it said Grieve indeed. That's foul, man. Stephanie Talbot checks into the game. Stephanie Talbot into the game. They're showing a little like mid-roll commercial here. The score is 11-6. 11-6 Sparks. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. Over to Caitlin Clark. Right side of the floor. She drives. Pump fake. She gets into the paint. Does like a pirouette Steve Nash style. But dribbles all the way back out to the three-point line. 5 on the shot clock. Caitlin gets stripped and steal. Cameron Brink. Over to Lexi Brown. Lexi Brown slows it down on the left side of the floor. Oh, De'Erica on Caitlin. That's a mismatch. Oh, but Christy Wallace with the help. And they get the steal. Fever on the break again. Caitlin Clark step. 3. Oh, she misses. And rebound by Lexi. They're not ignoring her. She just had the ball. Cam Brink. Cam Brink guarded by Nalissa. She drives. She almost gets stripped. She goes up and misses. Rebound. Christy Wallace over to Caitlin. Caitlin, hesitation dribble. She's at the three-point line. Out to Nalissa Smith for 3. Top of the key. Buries it. Nalissa Smith. And the Fever are down 11-9 after that three-pointer. Lexi Brown calling out the play. Calls for Cam Brink by the three-point line. Looking for Kia Nurse. And miscommunication there. Steal by Christy Wallace again. Kelsey Mitchell pushing it quickly up the court. She dribbles back out to the three-point line. Crosses into the paint. Goes up with the left on the right-hand side. Misses completely. She looked out of control. De'Erica on the break. De'Erica drives. Coast-to-coast lay. De'Erica Hamby. 13-9. Sparks up. 13-9 Sparks. Under 4 minutes to go. Caitlin Clark brings it across half court. Caitlin Clark posting up. Lexi Brown gets in the paint, gets stripped, and it goes off of Caitlin's knee and out of bounds. And it looks like a media timeout. Media timeout. So at this first timeout of the game, Sparks up 13-10. to 9. All right, we're at a timeout right now. Timeout right now. You're not missing anything. Looking at this other game, Mercury are up 8-6 on the Connecticut Sun. All right, I think we're good now. I'm gonna post the team leaders here in a moment, so we can keep track of who the top performers are of this game. All right, let's get this up for y'all, and there we go, we good. Is it a sellout? I haven't seen the numbers yet. They usually give the numbers a little later. You and me, salute. What's your take on it so far? Team's a little slow. A lot of some turnovers so far. Looking at the turnovers, we got 4 for the Sparks, 2 for the Fever. Fever are 3 for 14 from the field. 21% isn't really good. Hey, Kaz, salute. What's going on? So right now it's a little slow. I think it'll take until next quarter, second half, for the offense to become free flowing. It doesn't help that Aaliyah Boston already has 2 fouls in the first quarter. So she's gonna have to sit for a little bit, and Alyssa Smith and Temi Fagbenle will get a majority of the run. John Taylor asked me, do you think Charles will be an all-star this year? Charles. You talking about Tina Charles? What Charles are you talking about? If you're talking about Tina Charles, maybe. It's gonna be tough competition in that backcourt, but if she plays anything like she did in that first game with 21 and 10, I don't put it past. I wouldn't be surprised, because 21 and 10 is no slouch of a game. But it's gonna be tough in that position, because if you're looking at it East and West wise, at that center position, who you got? You got Jonquel, if she can get her game together. Shakira, if she can get healthy. I don't know if they put Stewie at that forward center position. It'll be interesting to see. Ball back in play with the Sparks. Ari McDonald into the game for Lexi Brown. Zaya Cook in the game as well. Lee Ueru in the game as well. The only starter on the floor is Dearica Hamby for the Sparks. Dearica with the ball down to Lee. Lee with the left hand right over Nalissa, and good. Lee does a very good job of sealing her defender right under the basket. Just goes up with the left. That's easy money. 15-9 Sparks. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball over to Katie Lou, who has checked into the game. Erica Wheeler in the game as well. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball over to Nalissa Smith with the mid-ranger. Foul line jumper. Bricks it. A long rebound to Christy Wallace. Over to Katie Lou. Deep 2, and she buries it. Katie Lou Samuelson with the deep 2. And it's 15-11 Sparks. Ari McDonald quickly up the court, blows by everybody, and scores. Ari McDonald is a very quick player. I think she went to the University of Arizona. Very quick player. Used to play for the Atlanta Dream. Was traded in the Jordan Canada trade. Kelsey Mitchell loses the ball. Steal by Talbot. They have a 3-on-2. Oh, Stephanie Talbot does a spin move. Trips over somebody, and they call a foul. I'm looking at the chat. She was lights out. Yeah, she was lights out. Yeah, Tina Charles, legend. Used to play for the Liberty as well at one point. Tina Charles out of New York. You and me says, do you see Caitlin being picked for the Olympics? They might pick her just because they might just pick her just because. Sparks with the ball over to Dearica Hamby, guarded by Katie Lou. Does a fake spin move, does a step through, gets stripped, gets her own rebound, goes back up with the right, and rattles it in. Dearica Hamby attacking. 19-11. Harley dude, salute. What the hell is wrong with these Fever players? They can't make baskets under the rim, shoot 10-foot floaters. They nervous? No, I don't know. Shot selection leaves a lot to be desired. Kelsey Mitchell gets fouled on the drive, left-hand side of the floor, fouled by Zia Cook. John Taylor said Aaron McDonald was in the Final Four with Arizona. Yep. I do remember watching a little bit of... I do remember her specifically being talked about. Kelsey Mitchell to the bench for the Fever. Let's see who checks in. Caitlin Clark back in the game. So it's Clark, Lexi Hall, Erica Wheeler, Katie Lou, and Nalissa Smith. Caitlin Clark comes off the screen over to Katie Lou. Corner to Lexi Hall. Lexi Hall for three. Misses. And Lee with the rebound. Over to Ari McDonald. She's pushing it quickly. But crossover. Drives on Erica Wheeler. Goes out. And she passes it out of bounds. She was looking for Stephanie Talbot. Pass was errant. Turnover. Sparks. RCJ, you think your Wolves gonna get swept, bro? Listen, I'm not saying they will. Nah, let me be honest. I think they out of here, bro. I'm sorry to say it, man. Oh, Caitlin Clark with the split of the double, or they call a foul on the split. That might be another foul on Zia Cook. Caitlin Clark tries to split the double team. They reach in and grab her arm. Foul is called. That was a good split. Oh, it was a foul on Lee, actually. Foul on Lee Ureru. So Caitlin Clark going to the line. Both teams in the bonus. And Clark hits the first free throw. Both teams are in the foul bonus. 19-12 Sparks. And Caitlin Clark buries the second free throw. Game back in play with the Sparks here. De'Erica Hamby crosses half court. Handoff to Steph Talbot. Over to Ari McDonald. Back to De'Erica. De'Erica at the top of the key. Back to Ari. Ari looking. She finds Zia Cook. Is 8 on the shot clock. Zia Cook step back on Caitlin Clark. Off the back rim. Lee fighting for the rebound, but Caitlin secures it. Caitlin calling for the screen. Gets the screen. She tries to, she passed to Nalissa. Alexi Hall with the drive. And she runs right into Lee and misses the shot. Zia Cook almost turned the ball over here, but she gets it back. Zia Cook right side of the floor by the Indiana bench. She drives on Lexi Hall, tries to feed it in. And Caitlin Clark comes out to scrum with it, and she's pushing it now. Caitlin Clark over to Katie Lou for three, and she misses. Lexi Hall put back, scores. Lexi Hall gets the tip in, put back, and it's 19-15. And they call a foul on Erica Wheeler. That's an automatic 2 free throws since they're in the bonus. John says Clark can shoot free throws at a high percentage. Yeah. Yeah, she definitely can. That was a good tip in by Lexi Hall. There could have been a foul there. John, they need to find a better way to get Clark to the free throw line more. It's her. She has to be the one to drive and initiate the contact. But that'll come with experience and putting on a little bit more muscle. Zia Cook and Steph Talbot to the bench. And Ari McDonald at the line for 2 free throws. Hey, Mom. What's going on? Clark might as well go for hers every single night because they seem mostly anemic early in the season. Yeah. With Aaliyah Boston getting into foul trouble, that threw a wrench in the plans early already. John says Erica Wheeler sucks. Listen, man, she's the $200,000 woman, so she gonna get minutes regardless. Looks like Lexi Brown and Rickea Jackson waiting to come into the game. They were trying to check in, but something with the shot clock there. Ari McDonald hits the first free throw. So we got Ari McDonald for the second free throw here. And she buries it. It's 21-15, 24 seconds to go. Oh, look at my clock way ahead. I'm going to slow it down for us. 18, 17, 16. There we go. There's like a half a second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Caitlin Clark with the ball, top of the key. She hesitation dribble, picks up her dribble, finds Nalissa Smith, turns it over though. And it does turn over. And it's a foul on Lexi Hall. Caitlin Clark tries to feed a pass into Nalissa Smith. It gets stripped by De'Erica Hamby. Ball loose. Ari McDonald picks it up, and Lexi Hall fouls her. So that means automatic free throws for the Sparks to end this quarter. So they called a that might be a clear path. Oh, they called a tech on Caitlin? Yeah, it looks like a technical foul on Caitlin Clark. And Ari McDonald hits the free throw. Zen James paid for WNBA League Pass and blacked out the game. Yeah, Zen. If you're in the Indiana or LA area or whatever region, Bally Sports Indiana covers, you won't be able to watch it on League Pass, unfortunately. Ari McDonald hits. Oh, she hit the free throw and went to go guard. She didn't know she had to shoot a second free throw. And Ari McDonald hits the second free throw. It's 24-15. That's a 3-point swing. She throws it up, and that's how the quarter ends. She just threw it into the front, the front court, and it was almost a turnover if the clock didn't expire. So at the end of one, people, is 24-15. A bad end to the quarter there, compounded with a Caitlin tech. So that was 3 automatic points for, 3 free throws for 3 points for the Sparks. Yeah, Clark she was talking, she saying something to the ref. Ref just looked at her calmly, said. So that's one thing. She's going to have to manage the early season frustrations right now. I think that's her second or third tech of the season. So she's just got to manage that, and she'll be fine. All right, so let's get our things ready for the second quarter, people. Let's get our stuff ready here. Pretty helter-skelter first. Excuse me. Turnovers. The shot selection or the shot percentage for the Fever, not it. We're looking at the stats here. They shot 5 for 20 from the field in that first quarter. The Sparks shot 7 for 12. What helped is the Sparks shot 9 free throws, made 8. The Fever shot 4, made 3. Fever 2 for 9 from 3 for the Fever. They're 22.2% there. That's not good. So they got to clean that up. RC said this isn't college anymore. Yeah, they ain't gonna let you get away with it. Not in the pros, at least. James says, I think Caitlin's getting fed up with this team. Yeah, I mean, it's a combination of her getting fed up and the team still not being at their optimal efficiency yet. This is their 8th game. So it's still a work in progress. Mitchell needs more passion. She has a lot of passion, but sometimes she gets out of control. Sometimes when she's driving to the basket. I just seen what you said, RC. Caitlin texts like Rasheed Wallace. This guy. Yeah, patience is a thing. That's the thing with professional sports. The best players go to the worst teams. That's usually how it works. Oh, they showing the Indiana Fevers on the board. They look sad. You got Halliburton here. They look so sad. Halliburton and Benedict Mathurin, Andrew Nemhard. Not a smile on their face. Man had his head down. Tyrese look embarrassed. Yeah, John. When she's on, she's on. When she's off, them air balls are going over the rim. They're short. Oh, you like the Cheez-It court, Josh? You seen that? Man, I wonder how much Cheez-It paid to be right there on the free throw line. They look so sad there, those Pacer players. Second quarter starts, ball back in play with the Fever. Caitlin Clark up the court. So we have Clark, Hull, Temi, Katie Lou, and Erica Wheeler. Caitlin Clark on a curl. She fumbles the ball, turnover, first play of the second quarter. You have McDonald, Rickea, Lee, De'Erica and Lexi. Ari McDonald, left wing three, front rims it. Caitlin Clark with another rebound. Caitlin Clark, deep transition three, and they call a foul on the three by Ari McDonald. So Caitlin Clark will go to the line for 3 free throws. Almost said 3 free throws. For 3 free throws. She gets the ball in off the miss, pushes it, pulls up from like 30 feet. Ari McDonald jumps forward, but Caitlin jumps forward as well. So they meet. They give it to the offensive player. It looks like they're gonna review it to see if it's a flagrant foul, if she encroached on her landing area. So the referees are at the table. Justin, salute to you, my guy. Christy Sides, garbage X and O's coach. All motivational speeches about effort, similar to Darvin Ham Lakers. Too many bad offensive possessions by Fever. It's a combination of that. But the player's not executing as well. I've seen a lot of passes fumbling off people's hands. A lot of wide open shots that should be made that are missing. So it's it's not all on sides. You may have people may have their gripes about her coaching style, but the players are there. Just the players are just not executing as good as they should. And when you're saying the team is trapping CC and they're not taking advantage of it, that's basketball 101. The coach shouldn't have to tell you to if a player's getting trapped where to be, that means somebody's open, you know. So it's Sigmund, salute. So it's a combination of all of that there. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see what the resolution is here. They're gonna upgrade it to a flagrant 1 here. So wow. So that she gets the flagrant 1 upgrade for lunging forward to try and block Caitlin, and gets into her landing area. So almost called her Caitlin. Caitlin Clark at the line. Oh, she bricks the first free throw. So she's gonna get 3 free throws and the ball. William Johnson, salute for subscribing. Caitlin hits the second. John says Clark looking like, and she hits the third. Silly Emma, salute to you on the Twitch. Appreciate you. What up? All right, so it's Fever ball on the sideline here. Ball inbounded to Temi. Lexi Hill on the cut. She's in the paint, goes up for the jumper, and front rims it. Coach can't fix that one. And Sparks with the rebound. Games are going well, silly. I don't feel right calling you silly. I'm calling you Yemma. De'Erica with the ball. De'Erica over to Lee. 5 on the shot clock. Lee in the post. Oh, spin move up, under, goes around, and gets blocked. And Caitlin with the rebound. Outlet to Lexi Hall. Back to Caitlin. Caitlin wide open 3. Buries it. Caitlin Clark for 3. And it's 24-20 timeout Sparks. So the Fever end the first quarter on a bad stretch. They come back, and now the Sparks are on a bad stretch here. Caitlin Clark gets the block, the rebound, passes it up, gets it back, wide open 3, buries it. All right, so let me get the clock back right. It's actually 8 minutes 49 to go. 8 minutes 49 to go in the second quarter. Fever on a run here. Fever are on a run. They are outscoring the Sparks 5-0 in this quarter. It started off with that flagrant on the 3-point shot by Caitlin. She makes 2. Out of the 3, gets a block on one end, comes back, hits a 3. So she scored all 5 points in the quarter so far. The Fever's MO this season is going to be to rebound and run. Honestly, they get the rebound and they're quickly out on the break trying to beat the defense before it's set. You and me appreciate it. We're at a timeout right now by the Sparks. Timeout by the Sparks right now. We can talk after, silly. We could talk after. They needed that CC22 needs at least 25 shots. I mean, the shots are there for her to take. It's not like she doesn't have the ball in her hand. It's just that she's looking to get her teammates involved. So she's learning how to balance this. Learning how to balance this. Brink is not in the game. She was out of the game momentarily. She should be checking back in now. She's had a significant amount of rest. Silly, this is for you. Discord here in the chat. I hope everybody can see that. I don't know if it goes to. Oh, does it go to Twitch? Oh, post to all. That's where it needs to go. Let me post this on Twitch. Actually, hey. Daniel, my guy, what's going on? Hopefully your Sparks can avenge their loss, man. Hopefully your Sparks can avenge their loss. They're showing the replay of the previous play where Caitlin gets the block. She finds Lexi Hull on the other side of the floor. She relocates. Ari McDonald loses track of her, which is a no-no. Ball back and play with the Sparks. Ball back and play with the Sparks, people. And a foul is called. I'm going to run the clock a little bit. They came back and the ball was already in play. We're at 8 minutes, 36 seconds to go. Substitution. Cam Brink, as I mentioned, was going to come in. Cam Brink in for Lee. Lee, I think, has 2 points. Oh, ball almost turns over, but Ari McDonald saves it. Ari, she tries to pass it backwards, and it's stolen. Temi with the rebound. Temi over to Erica Wheeler, right side of the floor. They trap her. Katie Lou and Caitlin were in the same area. That almost was a bad possession there. Erica Wheeler resets. She goes spin move. She has 8 seconds on the shot clock. She's dribbling a lot. She drives, floater in the paint, and scores. That possession was going nowhere. Erica Wheeler bails them out. McDonald over to Lexi Brown. Over to De'Erica. De'Erica with the pump fake. Rickea Jackson. Rickea Jackson with the ball. She gets into the paint, goes to the left, and they call a foul. Rickea Jackson back in the game, attacking the basket. And she'll go to the line for 2. Justin says CC has 10 points and Christy Side refused to make her the first option in the team. That's to not offend the vets. CC has 10. No, she has the ball in her hands, bro. She is the number one option. It's Caitlin that's actually deciding when to pass or not. Like, there was a possession. She got into the paint, dribbled around Steve Nash style, and dribbled back to the 3-point line. She has the green light whenever she has the ball. Rickea hits both free throws, and ball is back in play. It's 26-22. Temi with the ball. They have Caitlin running off screens to get her wide open shot. She tries to pass it there, passes it too high, and it's a turnover. So that's not on coach. They're running as many plays as they can to get her the ball in the spot she likes, which is she likes shooting that deep 3 or like shooting the 3 in general. They're trying to get her and generate those looks for her. Cam Brink at the 3-point line. Cam Brink hits Lexi on the back door. She finds Rickea in the corner. Rickea for 3, misses, and rebound Katie Lou. Katie Lou with the ball. She finds Lexi Hull. Lexi Hull. Oh, Rickea Jackson 2-hand blocks it. De'Erica Hamby finds Rickea, and Rickea gets fouled again. And it looks like Lexi Brown is on the floor. She's grabbing her left rib. Uh-oh. She's kind of catching her breath. She's holding like her rib, sternum area. Oh, no, she's holding her elbow there. Her left elbow. Oh, she looks in a lot of pain here. She falls. I don't know what happened there. The camera panned over to Rickea. She was shooting the three. She's up and she's walking. So she looks to be good. She's probably just in a little bit of pain right now. Um, she wanted a foul on that possession. She's a little Lexi Brown. Oh, like her elbow went into like Lexi Hull's like hip. I don't know if that. I don't know what happened there. That was weird. They're holding her left elbow. They're trying to see if there's anything wrong with it, but she's on the bench. Um, they're explaining to coach what the issue is there. But Caitlin Clark with the foul. Rickea Jackson going to the line for free throws. John says Mitchell needs to re-enter the game now. Um, Alaji, I hope I'm saying that right. Salute, salute. So we're in a little bit of a timeout right now. We're in a timeout at the moment. You're not missing anything. Looking at this other game, is that score right? 24-19. Looks like the Sun have taken the lead 24-19 here. In the other game that is on CBS Sports Network. So they go to a full timeout now. Going to a full timeout. Sparks are up 26-22. 7 minutes, 18 seconds to go in the second quarter. Let's do a box score check really quickly here. John, I don't have any. To be honest with you, I'm gonna put this question up, so everybody can see. Do you think Katie Lou Samuelson is gonna get out of that rut? I don't have any faith in Katie Lou, to be honest with you. No disrespect to her, but I don't think she's gonna be the answer for this team. She'll probably go through a stretch where she starts hitting, but I don't have any faith in her to do so. Yeah, Temmie's been great. Her and Caitlin have a nice little rapport there. She runs the floor. Caitlin finds her. She still has to work on her finishing a bit, but they have a nice little rapport. James has put Berger and Chris and you're talking about Celeste Taylor. Listen, man, not everybody's gonna get minutes on this team. Honestly, they're not gonna play all 12 players. To be honest with you. Leaders in scoring for both teams. You have Ari McDonald with 7, Caitlin Clark with 10 points, Lexi with 4 rebounds, Caitlin Clark with 4 rebounds, De'Erica with 1 assist, Christy Wallace with 2 assists. Rickea Jackson hits the first free throw. We're back from timeout. Rickea Jackson again, and she misses the second. She's just been hitting one, missing one. 27-22. Aaliyah Boston, Pac-Man, she got in 2 fouls early in the first quarter, so she's been on the bench. Because if you get 3 in the first, you're useless out there. Caitlin Clark with the ball, looking for somebody. Finds Lexi Hull. Lexi Hull over to Aaliyah Boston on the baseline. 3 seconds. Aaliyah Boston tries to drive. That's a shot clock violation. Oh, she just got it off, but she missed anyway. De'Erica Hamby with the rebound. Over to Ari McDonald. Ari over to Rickea Jackson. Rickea Jackson spin move, throws it up, and Aaliyah Boston with the rebound. Over to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark up the court quickly. She does that step back, but she doesn't shoot it. Hand off to Aaliyah Boston. Drives on Kia Nurse, gets into the paint, throws out the arm. Lexi Hull on the drive, back to Caitlin. Caitlin for 3, misses. And Aaliyah and Cameron fighting for it. Ari McDonald secures it. Ari on the left side of the floor. She gets into the paint, running the baseline, and steps out of bounds. She thought she was getting bumped. I don't think so. And it's a turnover by the Sparks. Christy Wallace into the game. And pass inbound with the fever. Clark has the ball. Caitlin Clark left side of the floor gets the screen. Double screen, stagger screen, I should say. Aaliyah Boston with the ball at about a foul line over to Christy Wallace. Christy Wallace drives, crossover, dribbles back out over to Caitlin. Caitlin at the 3-point line. She crosses over into the paint, goes up and scores. Caitlin Clark crosses over into the paint, goes right at Cam Brink and scores the layups. 27-24. Rickea Jackson over to De'Erica. Temi Gambles opens it up. Rickea back at the 3-point line, guarded by Caitlin. Rickea over to Cam Brink in the corner. Cam Brink puts Aaliyah Boston in the post. She goes corner to De'Erica Hamby for 3. Oh, De'Erica with the 3-pointer. Talented, my guy. Salute, salute. Caitlin Clark with the ball. She gets back into the paint, draws the foul on Kia Nurse. So Caitlin Clark going to the line for free throws. They're showing the replay. She goes left, crosses back over right, drives right into the paint, avoids the block by Cameron Brink. And then Cameron Brink comes back the other end, throws the pass to De'Erica in the corner for a wide open 3. Caitlin Clark, first free throw, buries it. 30-25. And Caitlin buries the second. So it's 30-26, approaching 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Cam Brink over to Ari McDonald. Ari McDonald probing, looking for somebody, goes cross court to Kia Nurse. Dangerous pass. It gets through. Kia Nurse guarded by Kelsey Mitchell, who's back in the game. Kia Nurse to Cam Brink. She's fumbling, stumbling. It's a steal by the Fever. That possession was going nowhere. Caitlin Clark with the ball, guarded by Rickea Jackson. She gets into the paint and dribbles back out, looking for somebody. Christy Wallace wide open for 3, and she shoots. I don't even know if that grazed the rim, but it didn't go in, and it's turnover. Back to the Sparks. Yeah, that was a weird move by Cam. She like reverse spinned into the pressure. Yeah, John. De'Erica Hamby, she's been hooping. Kia Nurse with the ball. She goes corner to Rickea. Rickea, corner 3. Rickea Jackson buries a 3. Rickea, this is her first start. Laisha Clarendon out. And Rickea Jackson being aggressive from jump. Temi Fack Bentley dribbling the ball by half court. They call a foul on De'Erica. Foul on De'Erica. On the reach-in. No need for that. So Kelsey Mitchell to inbound over to Aaliyah Boston. Boston looking for Clark. She fakes the handoff, drives on Cam Brink, goes corner to Christy Wallace. Christy Wallace drives, throws it up, and it rolls off the rim. Is out of bounds on the Fever Sparks ball. Danny says, if my Sparks lose, we need to call Coach. Ball back and play with the Sparks, not Coach Carter. Ari McDonald over to Cam Brink. ISO'd on Aaliyah Boston. Over to Ari McDonald. The spacing is a little weird here. De'Erica Hamby over to Kia Nurse coming off the curl. And she misses. Rebound Clark. Clark with the ball. Clark drives into the paint. Corner to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell drives. Cam Brink goes for the block. And they call a foul. Foul on Cameron Brink. Kelsey Mitchell tried to put that high. And Cameron Brink hits her with the foul. So Kelsey Mitchell going to the line for free throws. Eddie A says, searching YouTube for the game. Thank you. Of course, salute. Glad I could be here to provide some semblance of the game. Kelsey Mitchell shoots the first free throw and misses. Kelsey Mitchell at the line for a second free throw. And she buries it. So it's 33-27. The offense has sort of slowed down here in this second quarter here. Not a lot of good possessions here. De'Erica Hamby with the ball. Almost turns it over. Finds Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse looking for somebody. Picks up her dribble. Finds Rickea Jackson in the corner. She drives on Christy Wallace, goes corner to De'Erica. Top to Ari McDonald for three, misses. And Aaliyah Boston with the rebound. They call a foul on... Nah, they call a foul on Aaliyah Boston. That's her third foul. They call a foul on Aaliyah Boston on the rebound. Oh, they say there was a push in the back there. So Aaliyah Boston is going to check out of this game. Melissa Smith is going to come into this game. Ball back in play. Aaron McDonald looking for Cameron Brink in the play. Cameron Brink goes out to Rickea. Rickea with 5 seconds. Rickea pull up for three, misses. Cameron Brink with the rebound. Handoff to Aaron McDonald. Back to Rickea in the post. She goes reverse. She's looking. She forces her way up and gets fouled by Christy Wallace. I can't see anything. Spice it up by throwing in a 360 or a triple pump. Oh, it looks like Christy Wallace takes a. Oh, I don't know if she sold. It looked like she sold that face contact a little bit. She's over here smiling, so I don't know if that means she was selling it or not. Rickea Jackson misses the free throw. Rickea got to get these free throws down. She's getting fouled. She's shooting these free throws and just brick after brick. It's hitting 1 out of 2. Rickea hits the second. It's 34-27. We're just under 3 minutes to go here. Caitlin Clark drives out to Temmie. Temmie for the foul line jumper, short. And De'Erica with the rebound. This is what Justin, this is what professional teams do. They exploit your weaknesses. Cameron Brink tries to step through, throws it up, and they call a walk. Travels violation on Cam Brink. She's trying to take on like triple teams here. That's not the way I think she should attack. They bring the triple team. I don't even know if that was a walk. But ball's back in play. Ball is back in play. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. Over to Christy Wallace. Christy Wallace gets the screen from Temmie. She stops. Mid-ranger. Cash. Christy Wallace hits the mid-ranger from the right-hand side. Ari McDonald over to De'Erica Hamby. Over to Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse with the ball. Over to De'Erica. De'Erica drives on Nalissa and gets fouled by Nalissa. That looks like Nalissa. Yep, Nalissa Smith with the foul. Listen, man, when you're a great player or going to be a great player, you got to take the good with the bad. When the team does good, you get credit. When the team does bad, you get the blame. That's just how it works in sports when it comes to outstanding players or players that are supposed to be outstanding. Yeah, okay. I'm a posy comment. Yeah, it's been a print. Oh, and she misses a free throw. Score is 35-29, people. This is a first half score. We're under 2 minutes to go here. Kelsey Mitchell step back jumper misses. De'Erica with the rebound. Out to Ari. Ari should have went corner, but she attacks and scores. Excuse me, Ari, my bad. 37-29. Caitlin Clark brings the ball up the court. She goes right side of the floor, looking for Kelsey. Gets the hand off to Kelsey. Kelsey pulls up for three, buries it. Kelsey Mitchell knocked down 3. 37-32. The more aggressive team also gets always gets free throws. No foul on Cameron Brink. Nalissa Smith with the rebound. They quickly go up. Kelsey Mitchell over to Christy Wallace. Wide open 3. Oh, she misses. And rebound fever. They almost turn it over there. And De'Erica Hamby with the ball. Ari McDonald with the ball. We're under a minute to go here, people. Aaron McDonald over to De'Erica. They're trying to post Rickea, but Rickea comes out to the three-point line. They post De'Erica. Good entry pass, gets blocked by Caitlin. Rebound by Aaron McDonald, and that's a shot clock violation. I think that's Caitlin's second block here. De'Erica brings it down. Caitlin gets the block, and it's a shot clock violation. It's 33 seconds to go. I'm going to run my clock a little bit. And let's go. It's a 7-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Caitlin with the ball by half court. Crossover. She does a step back three off the front rim. Rebound, De'Erica. De'Erica, they can play for one shot. Shot clock has turned off for the Sparks. You got Aaron McDonald out by half court. 8 seconds. 7 seconds. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. She does a double cross. She drives into the paint. Corner to Cameron Brink. Cameron Brink, corner three. Misses. And that's how the quarter ends. At the end of the first half, score is 37-32 LA over Indiana. John says more Mitchell in the second half and the Fever will win. Big block on Hamby. Yeah, that was a real big block. The Fever, after being down by 9 in the first quarter, closed the gap. They outscored them 17-13 in the second quarter and get the lead to within 5. All right, folks, if you're tuned in, make sure you leave a like, subscribe. We do watch-alongs all WNBA season long. So make sure you're a part of the action. Next time I will be on, will probably be this weekend sometime. This weekend. Tomorrow I will be at the Liberty game down in Brooklyn to watch them take on the Mercury, and then Thursday I don't think I'll be around. So be on the lookout for this weekend, more WNBA watch-alongs. Appreciate it, John. Appreciate it. Thanks for subbing. John says Clark's field goal percentage needs to improve. Indeed. Caitlin Clark. Start posting some of these comments. Caitlin Clark leads the team in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and minutes. Yeah, so she's the this is what the people wanted. The people wanted to see Caitlin, so she's going to get all the attention, the minutes, the shots, whatever she wants. She's gonna get it. Now, if it will translate to wins, we'll see. But at the moment, she's going to have high everything. Can the Fever get 2 wins from Washington? You would hope so. You would hope so. Bill, thanks for joining back. Glad you don't have that weird sub-loading mode. Of course not. Of course not. This is for all fans of the W. Just to spread all the knowledge and coverage that I can. It's not to hide anything behind paywalls and whatnot. I mean, do you want her to get those stats or not want her to get those stats, Justin? That's the question. So if her teammates are making shots, would you rather her just not score or pass or lead the team in minutes? What are your expectations for Clark as of now? Like, do you want her to lead the team in all of these stats or not? Let me get what was I doing? I was getting the box score ready. Let me get the box score ready so we could take a look at the percentages and whatnot. All right, cool. Let me make sure this is the right game. Yep. I think we're in business here. All right, cool. Let's take a look, y'all. Sorry about that. I was getting everything ready. But this is what we're looking at here. Sparks up 37-32. LA outscored 24-2015. Outscored the Fever in the first. Fever outscored them 17-13 in the second. All right, for the Sparks. Oh man, I'm over here shrinking boxes. I'm over here moving mad over here, y'all. Excuse me. Sparks. What's going on with me here today? Sparks. Let's see. So we got De'Erica Hamby with 20 minutes, 4 of 7 from the field with 10 points, 8 rebounds. She's on double-double alert already, which is not surprising. She's probably had a double-double in, what's this? This is game 6 for them. So in probably 4 out of their 6 games, she's had a double-double. So that's not surprising in the least. Cam Brink, 15 minutes with 3 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. She's a +5 in her minutes. She does have 3 turnovers and 2 fouls, so she did get into early foul trouble. We have Rickea Jackson getting her first start, played 14 minutes, 1 of 4, got to the line 8 times, made 6 of them for her 9 points. She hits a 3, 1 for 3 from 3-point range. Lexi Brown, 9 minutes, 3 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Kia Nurse with 1 point and 0 of 2 shooting in 13 minutes. Steph Talbot off the bench, no points. You have Lee Ueru with 2 points. Ari McDonald off the bench to spark, 13 minutes, 9 points. Zaya Cook came in and didn't give any points either. Sparks are shooting 40% from the field, 40% from 3, 76.5% from the free throw line. Have 18 rebounds as a team, 6 assists, 4 steals, 2 blocks, 10 turnovers in the first half is not a good sign. They have to cut down on that if they want a chance to win for their 37 points. All right, let me look at the comments before I go on to the Fever. Eddie, thank you. You do an excellent job of play-by-play. Yeah, Bill, they're building bricks over here. It's not pretty. Albert says, Fever shooting bad tonight, under 30%. Why does this always do this to me? There we go. I hope y'all can see that. Fever shooting bad tonight, under 30% from 3-point line and also the field. Yep. Do they practice catching passes? You and me ask. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it feels that way, right? Rebound CC. Yeah, she's been rebounding really good. Liberty will beat Mercury. I hope so. Any update on Azure? They haven't really said anything. I know back in March they said 12 weeks. So 12 weeks, 12 weeks equals out to about 3 months. They'll probably be super protectful of Azure to answer Daniel's question here. Let me see if they updated the attendance. I know sometimes they don't be updating the attendance. So let me see. Indiana Fever attendance. Let's see if they have any reports here. They haven't. What's today? Today is the 28th. No, they haven't. They said. Oh yeah, they haven't announced it yet. They haven't announced it yet. So once they announce it, I'll let you guys know the attendance. I'll let you guys know the attendance. Thanks, Eddie. Appreciate that. I try to give as much information as possible because I know there were times where I was looking for the game. I couldn't watch the game. Try to have the YouTube on in the background and no information. People asking for stats and scores, and I couldn't find it. So, when they say if you want something done right, you do it yourself, and that's what I'm doing now. All right, let's take a look at the Fever. We have Aaliyah Boston, early foul trouble. She already has 3 fouls in the first half, 7 minutes, no points, no assists, 1 rebound. Temi with this is her second or third straight start. No, I think it's her second straight start. 16 minutes, 2 points. Kelsey Mitchell, 15 minutes. 15 minutes, 1 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3 for 5 points. Christy Wallace, 2 points on 1 of 7 shooting, 0 for 4 from 3, some bad misses from 3-point range. Kaylin Clark played the most minutes with 18. She's leading the team with 14 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, a steal, 3 turnovers in her 18 minutes. 2 for 6 from 3, and 6 for 7 from the line. Katie Samuelson off the bench with 2 points. Nalissa Smith off the bench with 3 points. Erica Wheeler with 2 and Lexi Hull with 2. So everybody who came in off the bench has scored. Only person who hasn't scored is Aaliyah Boston with her foul issues. Looking at the chat, Wolfie says Caitlin is approving. I'm gonna put this up. Caitlin is a proven great passer. Her teammates need to stay moving and be ready at all times. She will feed them assists all day long and get her own points as well. Concerned with teammates' hands. I mean, that's a valid concern. Valid concern. John asks, hey, do you think if TNT loses the rights to NBC for NBA coverage that the NBA will lose viewers? Not necessarily. TNT is sort of a niche channel. Like TNT, I don't think TNT is offered like over the air or anything like that. So the people who tuned in to Inside the NBA, which I do love, they can make up for those fans with the casual fan who's just scrolling on NBC during like a random Wednesday night or whenever night NBC is gonna have, Thursday night, let's say, and they're scrolling through the channel 2, 3, and they reach NBC, and it's like, oh, there's a basketball game on, as opposed to TNT, which isn't over the air, and you have to actually like search for it. So I think it will end up balancing out. I wonder, people are gonna come back for nostalgia purposes. For the Round Ball Rock, John Tesh, and the NBA on NBC back in the 90s and stuff. But I think the percentages will even out eventually. Yeah, Charles is a legend. They already said they're not moving the well, they didn't say that, but with Ernie saying he's not going to leave Turner, it already puts an end to the show as we know it. If the show as we know it right now. Let me get stuff ready for the third quarter. In the meantime, let me get stuff ready because there'll be times where I'm not even paying attention and the quarter starts. All right. The other scores for the other game that's going on right now, the Seattle-Chicago game just kicked off. It's about 8 minutes 44 left in the first. Seattle's down 4-3 to the Sky. And the Phoenix Mercury are down 38-25 against the 5-0 Connecticut Sun. Let me look. That's halftime for that game as well. Let's take a look at that box score really quickly while we have some time here. So it was pretty close in the first. Connecticut outscored them 15-13. The second, Connecticut outscored them 23-12. Which is not good. For this Mercury, Natasha Mack with no points, no rebounds, a block only. Taurasi with 4, Cloud with 7, Copper with 5, Cunningham with 4. You have Bursch with 1, Herbert Hannigan with 3, and Liz Dixon with 1. They're shooting 7.7% from 3, 1 for 13. That is awful. 9 for 31 from the field. So you think the Fever was shooting bad? They are shooting worse. And they have 12 turnovers as well. Not a good sign. The Sun, Dewana Bonner with 11. Alyssa Thomas with 6, 6, and 4. Bree Jones with 10. Ty Harris with 3. DeJournay with 4 and 8 rebounds. Wow. And their bench not really supplying anything crazy. 2 1-1. All right. Back to the full screen here. I said I was getting stuff ready for the next quarter, and I did not. Third quarter. 10. There we go. We're all set now. The players are back on the court warming up. Let's see if that will improve their percentages. The indoor arena says 2 minutes, 15 seconds before the third quarter starts. So we'll be starting momentarily. Salute to everybody still here. We're at halftime of the Sparks versus Fever game. Their second matchup of the season. Indiana won the first one for their first and only win so far. The Sparks are trying to get back in the win column. Let me I'm gonna do that later. Ray Burrell needs minutes, says Daniel. Yeah, that's your team, bro. What's good with Ray? I don't know what's going on with Ray, my guy. You let me know. I haven't seen anything. I know she had a non-COVID illness last week. I don't know what the deal is right now, but it's not looking too promising for the young lady. She's not getting minutes in this team. Sorry if things froze. Oh, is my mic frozen? Yeah, hear me? All right. Clear all that. All right. All right. I think we're coming back. Are we back? I think I'm frozen. I think we're back. Are we back? All right. Let's see. Let's see. Test, test. Oh, I think we're back. My bad, y'all. I had to. My screen was flickering. Ball back in play, y'all. Ball back in play. Clayton Clark with the ball. My bad, guys. I had to restart my monitor was flickering and it messed up some things here. Temi goes with the reverse layup. Oh, Temi Fagbenle with the reverse layup and the Fever on the board to start this quarter. I hope we're all good. I hope you guys can hear me. Let me know. The Sparks ball. Sparks ball. Lexi Brown with the ball over to De'Erica in the post. They call a foul on Temi Fagbenle. Yeah, look, yeah, Lexi Brown is back in for the Sparks. I guess that elbow was feeling fine. It was her non-shooting elbow. Thanks, Eddie. Appreciate it. Lexi Brown looking for De'Erica. Caitlin Clark with the steal and coast to coast, and she scores the layup. So the Fever scored the first 4, and they're back within 1 point. Back within 1. De'Erica over to Rickea. Rickea coming off the screen. The spacing is a little off. Over to Cam Brink. Oh, Caitlin tries to jump the pass, but doesn't get it. Kia Nurse jumper. Caitlin Clark, good defense. And the Fever on the break again. They could take the lead. Oh, Temi almost turns the ball over. It goes to Kelsey Mitchell in the corner, guarded by Cam Brink. Cam Brink, Kelsey Mitchell drives. Oh, she smokes the layup. Temi with the rebound. Temi corner to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. She does the crossover. She gets into the paint. Over to Aaliyah Boston for 3. Oh, Aaliyah hits the 3 and the Fever take the lead. Aaliyah Boston for 3. And the Fever lead 39-37. We have a game here, people. Cam Brink tries to enter into Rickea, and it stays with the Sparks. The Fever have scored the first, 7 points of this quarter. Sparks have scored 0. Oh, Rickea Jackson just smokes a layup, and the Fever have the ball. The Fever looking to add to this run. Caitlin Clark wide open. She pulls for 3. Oh, front rims it. She's been short on these deep threes. She repositions, pump fakes, crossover, gets into the paint. Reverse layup is good. Caitlin Clark, and they call a timeout. Fever have scored the first 9 points of the quarter, and the Sparks call a timeout. A 9-0 run for the Fever. Caitlin Clark fakes the 3, hesitates in, crosses over, goes under the basket, reverse lay. Largest lead of the night for the Indiana Fever, and a timeout by the Sparks. Wow, that they came out quickly in that quarter. Starts off with defense to offense. Caitlin gets the steal, gets a layup. First it was Temi with the reverse layup. Then Caitlin gets the steal, gets the layup. Dang, sorry, Daniel. You made me laugh, man. My resident Sparks fan has a couple words for us. Yeah, so the sequence of plays. First play of the game, Temi Bentley gets a reverse layup for the first two. Sparks turn it over. Caitlin gets a wide open steal, goes coast to coast. That's the second two. What happened next? I think she comes back down. The Sparks turn the ball over again or miss a shot. And what happens? Aaliyah Boston hits a three. And then they miss again. Fever get the rebound. Clark misses the three, but they get the rebound. Caitlin Clark drives in, reverse layup. 9-0 run to start. That's what it takes. That's what it takes, people. We're in a timeout right now. The Sparks had to take a timeout. They were going to run out the gym. They are going to run out of the gym. Man, looks like the Connecticut Sun are taking off on the Phoenix Mercury here, 44-29. Yikes. That score does not look promising. See? You and me says 18 points for Clark so far. Not bad. Yeah, she just scored a quick 4 just now. She's at 18-5 with 2 assists. Solid. Solid game for her so far. Now you just got to pull out the win. All right, we're coming back to this game now, people. We're coming back to the game now. It's going to be Sparks ball when we come back. The Fever trivia question is, who is the Fever's all-time leader for 3-point field goals per game? I'm not even going to lie, like I know the answer to this. So I guess when they release the answer, I will let you know. Ball back and play with the Sparks. John says the Sparks lost that dog in them. That's the same thing that happened last time they played, right? The Sparks were up and the Fever came roaring back. Ari McDonald over to Kia Nurse. Oh, and they almost turned it over. Kia Nurse with the ball back to De'Erica. De'Erica drives, finds Ari with 4 on the shot clock. She drives, she trips, and they call a foul. Foul call. Johnson, is it Katie Smith? I'm gonna see as soon as they once they release the answer, I'll confirm it because I have no clue. Not gonna lie, I wasn't watching a lot of Fever games. Oh yeah, it was just a trip there. It wasn't intentional. Ball back and play with the Sparks. Rickea down to Lee. Lee in the post, and Lee turns it over. Another turnover for the Sparks. This has been an awful start to the third for them. Caitlin on the break finds Aaliyah by the foul line. Aaliyah Boston misses the foul line jumper, and they call a foul on Temi. Foul on Temi Bentley. Side out for the Sparks. She's frustrated with that call. She's like, y'all can't call that. Temi Bentley with, how many fouls she got? She don't got too many. She got 2 fouls. She good. De'Erica Hamby inbounds the ball. De'Erica over to Ari, back to De'Erica. Hand off to Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse comes off the screen. Kia Nurse drives. De'Erica over to Rickea. Rickea with the pump fake drives into traffic. Oh, she spin move. Good move. Rickea drives. Doesn't get the foul call. Out of bounds on the Sparks. Good defense by Christy Wallace. A lot of the plays the Sparks are running, they're running right into each other. Yeah, it was a good strip by Christie. Ball back in play with the Fever. They're on a 9-0 run to start this quarter. Kelsey Mitchell, mid-range jumper. Kelsey rattles around. Aaliyah Boston rebound. Bodies up and scores. Aaliyah Boston offensive rebound. Puts it back in. Fever, 11-0 run. Lee in the post, out to De'Erica, over to Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse tries to get on the board, and she does. Kia Nurse hits the three. Daniel says, Jay, I'm going to the Sparks game versus the Washington Pistons. The Washington Pistons. Turnover by the Fever. Kia Nurse over to De'Erica. She goes, handoff to Ari McDonald, throws it up, and she's fouled. Good cut by Ari McDonald. Good find by De'Erica, and Ari's going to the line for 2 free throws. The Washington Pistons. So Ari McDonald going to the line for 2 free throws there. It's what's the score here? We're at a 3-point game. Ari McDonald shoots the first, buries it. 2-point game. 2-point game. Ari bricks the second, and it's a rebound by Boston out to, Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark, right side of the floor, finds Boston by the 3-point line. Oh, Clark with the cut. She tries to pass it out. Kelsey Mitchell right in front of her bench for 3. Great find by Caitlin. It was a little dangerous, but it makes its way there. Kelsey Mitchell hits the 3 in front of her bench. It's 46-41. De'Erica. Kia Nurse tries to answer with a 3. Kia Nurse says, anything you can do, I can do just as well. Hits a 3-pointer from the right wing. Caitlin, post pass to Boston. She throws it back out to Temi. Caitlin coming off the screen. Temi on the roll. Temi with the left hand finish. And the offense is running. Saved by Ari McDonald. They almost threw it out of bounds, and it's 48-44. De'Erica Hamby with the ball over to Rickea Jackson. Rickea gets to the foul line. She drives in. One leg fall away. Banks it in. Rickea. She likes that mid-ranger. That mid-ranger is really good to her. 48-46. Sparks trying to hang around. They're being outscored 16. I think it's 16-9. Kelsey Mitchell, wide open corner 3. Oh, in and out. Rebound by Lee. Lee, and they call it travel on Lee. She got the ball, was rolling over on the floor. Travel. I don't know why nobody grabbed the rebound initially. But it goes back to the Fever. 16-9 in this third quarter here. Looks like Caitlin's going to get a rest, a breather. Nalissa Smith in the game for Temi Fagbenle. Ball in play. Erica Wheeler in the game. Erica Wheeler over to Christy Wallace. Christy Wallace, right side, gets the screen from Nalissa Smith. They bring the double to her. She finds Nalissa Smith. Nalissa Smith drive. Good cut by Kelsey Mitchell and scores. That's what happens. You have to cut. She was wide open. Nalissa finds her. Kelsey Mitchell, left-hand layup. It's 50-46. Kia Nurse with the ball. Kia Nurse into the paint. Throws it up. Doesn't get the foul call. And it's rebound by Nalissa. Erica Wheeler on the break. They have numbers. Over to Kelsey Mitchell. She's feeling it. Oh, off the rim and out of bounds. She makes the tough ones and misses the easy ones. And we were just talking about Ray Burrell, Daniel. Ray Burrell is here. She comes in for Kia Nurse. Ball in play. Ari McDonald, De'Erica Hamby, Lee, Rickea, and Ray Burrell for the Sparks. You have Smith, Wallace, Wheeler, Boston, and Mitchell for... Oh, good up and under by De'Erica, and she scores. Yeah, De'Erica's been playing a lot of minutes. I don't know why Cameron Brink is on the bench right now. Maybe fouls, but she's on the bench right now. It's 50-48. 50-48. Christy Wallace drives, gets into the paint, out to Aaliyah Boston, deep 2, misses, rebound, Rickea Jackson. Sparks have a chance to tie or take the lead. They're in the bonus here, so I would attack the basket. It looks like Steph Talbot's about to... Oh, it's a turnover. De'Erica throws it, Rickea misses it, and it's a turnover back to the Fever. Katie Lou is in for Christy Wallace. Official timeout has been called. Official's timeout has been called. Score is 50-48. Fever outscoring the Sparks 18-11 in the third quarter. It's actually a Fever timeout here. Indiana Fever timeout. It's 3:20 to go. Let me get this right for us. 3:20 to go in the third quarter here. Salute to all 161 of you. That's big. 161 of you on YouTube and Twitch watching along here. Make sure you leave a like on the video. It really helps the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. We'll be doing watch-alongs all W season long. I'm trying to give you some information and some entertainment. Answer any questions you have that I may know the answer to. And if I don't, then we'll just find out the answer together here. You and Me says, what a nice start for the second. Yeah, they came out aggressive. They went on an 11-0 run to start the third quarter. And the Sparks have sort of kept in within striking distance, only down by 2 now. Then the Sun are up 51-31 on the Mercury. That game is not looking pretty. The game leaders, I hope you guys can see it at the bottom. De'Erica leads with 12, Caitlin with 18. You got 8 rebounds for De'Erica, 5 for Clark, 4 assists. So De'Erica is leading all the points, rebounds, and assists for her team. Caitlin is leading it all for her team. Fever ball, Erica Wheeler, handoff to Kelsey Mitchell over to Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston finds the cutting Nalissa Smith. Somebody's open. Katie Lou drives into the paint. Katie Lou, fall away jumper. They call a blocking foul before the shot. It'll be side out of bounds for the Indiana Fever. Burfoot says, can't get too far ahead. Better take CC out until we're down again. Got to give her a breather. Ball back in play. Erica Wheeler over to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell for 3. Kelsey Mitchell buries a corner 3. 53-48. 53-48 here. Ari McDonald over to Lee. Yeah, Cameron Brink. I don't know what's going on. I have to see if they say anything about Cameron. Talbot over to Lee and turns it over. Erica Wheeler over to Kelsey Mitchell. Outlet pass. She finishes. Goes on the right-hand side with the left hand and scores. Fever are turning defense into offense. A lot of careless turnovers here by the Sparks. Ari McDonald over to De'Erica. Over to Steph Talbot. Steph Talbot drives into the paint. Corner to Ray Burrell. Corner 3. Bango. Who used to say bango? The dude from Memphis, I think. Ray Burrell hits the 3. 4-point game. 55-51. Erica Wheeler, top of the key. Over to Aaliyah Boston. Handoff with Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell drives. Penetration. Out to Erica Wheeler for 3. And she misses. Rebound by Lee. Oh, Lee fumbling. Bumbling. Stumbling. And De'Erica with the ball. De'Erica brings it across half court. De'Erica gets it to Ray. Ray Burrell. Over to Steph Talbot for 3. And she's off the side rim. De'Erica chases it down. Over to Lee. Why is it on 4? I thought it hit the rim. Ari McDonald shoots the 3. Oh, Ari McDonald at the buzzer hits the 3. Luckily hits the 3. Throws it up at the buzzer, the shot clock buzzer, and it's a 1-point game, people. 1-point game. Ari McDonald with 13 off the bench. Over to Aaliyah Boston at the foul line. Kelsey, Ray Burrell sees the back door and gets the steal. Kelsey Mitchell down in the backcourt. LA has numbers. Ari McDonald transition 3. And the Sparks retake the lead. 57-51. Oh, my clock's still running. My bad. Ray Burrell comes in, makes an instant impact here. 57-51. Ray Burrell out to Ari McDonald. Bang. Hits a left wing 3 right in front of the Sparks bench. Ball back in play, people. Erica Wheeler with the ball. By half court, looking for Kelsey. Kelsey going right. She dribbles back out. Goes between the legs. Step back 3. Off the front rim. Rebound Steph Talbot. Over to Aaron McDonald. Aaron McDonald outlet to wow to De'Erica Hamby. Good catch and score. The Sparks led by Aaron McDonald here. Ray Burrell gives a spark off the bench as well, no pun intended. And they retake a 4-point lead. Wow. It was just a 5-point game, and in the blink of an eye, fortunes change. Aaron McDonald off the bench, hooping, scoring, dishing, doing it all. Silly, yeah, I'll check. I saw your message in Discord. I'll look after when I get a break here. I'll take a look. So we have 36 seconds here. Let me reset the clock for us. 36 seconds here. What a response by the Sparks. What a response. Daniel says hopefully Sparks make the playoffs this year. It's going to be tough, bro. It's going to be tough. It is going to be tough. The same teams that were out last year are not necessarily going to be out again this year. The only team I see dropping is for sure is Washington. Everybody else, they have a chance. So Caitlin Clark checking back into the game with 36 seconds to go. Streaming is my hobby. Silly. Streaming is my hobby. Fever to inbound and Nalissa Smith inbounds to Caitlin Clark. So it's Clark, Smith, Mitchell, Boston, and Katie Lou. Clark back to Mitchell. Mitchell over to Nalissa. Mitchell with the ball. Mitchell drives left out to Katie Lou. Can Katie Lou hit a three? And she misses. Lee with the rebound. Lee over to Aaron McDonald. Shot clock is turned off. Aaron McDonald crosses half court. She's had a hell of a game so far. Let's see if it results in a win. Ari to De'Erica. De'Erica to Ray. Ray, foul line jumper, misses. Rebound Nalissa. And that's how the quarter ends. So at the end of the third, the Fever take a nice lead, but are walked back down by the Sparks, who retake the lead 59-55. Besides streaming, I'm just watching sports, honestly. Watching sports. That's my life. I'm silly. I watch sports and yeah, and I stream and I work. This is my hobby. I'm already watching the game, so why not stream it? John says this is a game of runs. Yes, indeed. Basketball in general is a game of runs. No lead is safe. Well, of course, big 20-point, 30-point leads are safe towards the end of the game, but 5-10-point leads, they can be gone in the blink of an eye. John says, Jay, do you like 2K or PS5? Honestly, I haven't played 2K I have an Xbox and I haven't played 2K. I can't even remember the last time. What's the last 2K I played, to be honest with you? Armando says, you take her out, down 5. Yeah, unfortunately, Caitlin is not the Winter Soldier or Iron Man. She has to get a breather at some point. Thank you. Yeah, this t-shirt, Silly said the t-shirt. T-shirt is the Orlando Miracle, one of the old WNBA teams that are no longer here with us. They are now the Connecticut Sun. This team was originally the Orlando Miracle. And when the owners no longer wanted them, the owners for the Connecticut Sun bought them and moved them up to Connecticut. I think Euro was getting more run. That's why Cameron Brink was benched. Yeah, she was getting some more run. I understand that, but I think you prefer her on the floor. Euro does have 5 rebounds. Cam hasn't been the scorer today. Cam only has 3 points on that 1 3-pointer she took in the first quarter. James says, I knew this was going to happen when they took Caitlin out. Yeah, I mean, Kelsey Mitchell is supposed to be that person when Caitlin is out to study to keep the offense going, but unfortunately, it didn't pan out that way. Caitlin's played 23 minutes. Mitchell leads the team with 25, so she's only 2 behind her. They want to keep her for the final stretch here. I'm over here chatting. It's almost the 4th quarter. Let me get my stuff ready. All right, there we go. 4th quarter starting now. 4th quarter starting now. John says, awesome. There also used to be Cleveland Rockers, Utah Stars, Tulsa Shock. Yeah, I have a Utah Stars shirt and a Cleveland Rockers shirt as well. I bought a lot of the old defunct teams. I didn't buy a Tulsa shirt though. That team was terrible. The 4th quarter has started, people, with the Sparks ball. Ray Burrell over to Lee. Lee goes high low with De'Erica, and they call a foul before the shot. That foul was on Caitlin. Yeah, Utah Stars are now the Las Vegas Aces after a couple name changes and location changes. Ball back at play with the Sparks. De'Erica over to Ray Burrell. Ray Burrell drives into the basket, and she gets fouled. So Ray Burrell fouled by Temi Fagbenle, and she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. I don't know why Ray wasn't playing this whole time. I mean, one person's you got to seize the opportunity. Lexi Brown, she's on the bench, but they have her arm wrapped in ice. So who else to play but Ray? See the rhyme I did there, and she hits the first. Eddie said he's playing SimCity Build It. Oh, and Ray hits the second. So the Sparks up by 6, 9:36 left to go in the 4th quarter. Sparks looking for revenge from Friday's loss at home against this same Indiana Fever team. I did say if the Indiana Fever did lose that game, they would be 0-7. Oh, Caitlin Clark goes behind the back to Aaliyah Boston, and they call a foul. Ari McDonald on the floor. She took a hard screen from Aaliyah Boston prior to the actual foul there. Caitlin Clark does a give and go. Oh, she runs. No, it's not a foul. Runs into a screen. She runs into her own teammate. And like her, she's looking down at her leg, at her foot, I should say. I thought she can't even stand. They're gonna have to take her out. I don't know what happened there. The Sparks are falling apart here. Lexi Brown goes down. Now Ari McDonald goes down. She ran right into Lee, and it looks like, oh, she turned her ankle. Oh, I see it. She stepped right on Lee Urero's foot, her own teammate. Her ankle was parallel to the floor there. Oh, that is a tough ankle turn. But Aaliyah Boston at the line for 2 free throws, hits the first. Julie, salute to you. Thanks for subscribing. Yeah, Bill, the Valkyries. Yeah, I like those colors. I like the colors for the new Valkyries team. I wonder what the Toronto team is going to have as Aaliyah Boston hits the second, and it's 61-57. Zaya Cook is in the game for Ari McDonald. Ray Burrell, spark off the bench. She gets, she had the wide open lane and tried to pass it out. Caitlin Clark, hesitation dribble, drives to the paint and smokes the layup. Aaliyah Boston rebound, scores, fouls, and 1. They haven't released the new Toronto team name yet. They're probably going to release it at the end of the season or so. Eric, he has not. Clark has taken 12 shots today. He's not telling her not to shoot. She's taking the second most shots on the team. When she's on the floor, she has the license to do whatever she wants out there. But it's a marathon, not a sprint. Aaliyah Boston completes the 3-point play. Ball is back in play. It's a 1-point game. Sparks up by 1. De'Erica over to Steph Talbot. Steph Talbot over to, Caitlin gambles but misses. Ray Burrell right in front of her bench for 3. Ray Burrell. off the bench. And she hits the three, 64-60. Caitlin Clark comes off the screen, drop past to Temi, drop past to Aaliyah Boston, gets blocked by Lee. And the Sparks have the ball. Ray Burrell with the rock. And miscommunication. Nobody looking at each other. Ray passes it to an unsuspecting Steph Talbot and turnover fever after a solid defensive play. Cindy said, what's my favorite athlete? My favorite athlete was Dwayne Wade. He was my favorite player. Ball back in play with the Fever. Daniel, I'm gonna get to that answer in a second. Caitlin Clark drives, stops in the paint, and she travels. Caitlin Clark with the travel. How does the new team in San Francisco work? How do they get players on their roster aside from the draft? Yeah, so there's gonna be an expansion draft, then it's gonna be the free agent signings, and then there's gonna be the regular regular draft for players out of college. They're not gonna be in like a number one pick if history repeats itself. They'll most likely be right outside the lottery with like pick 5 or something. De'Erica Hamby fall away jumper misses, and it's a foul on Aaliyah Boston, hooking Lee's arm. Aaliyah Boston saying she's wrapping my arm up, but it looks like they both arm fighting over there. But it stays Sparks ball. Word. Let me put this up. Ball in play with the Sparks. Kia Nurse foul line jumper misses. Aaliyah Boston the rebound. Aaliyah Boston hands off to Caitlin Clark as she crosses half court. Caitlin Clark step to the left 3, buries it. Caitlin Clark, her patented step back left 3, and it's a 1-point game again. Kia Nurse with the ball, and they call a foul on Caitlin. Caitlin Clark, trying to fight over the screen, gets called for the foul. Caitlin Clark playing behind the screen of Aaliyah Boston. She does an in and out dribble, does her nice step back to the left. Cash. She's trying to rave up the crowd here. Ball in play with the Sparks. It's a 1-point game, approaching 7.5 to go here, and they call an offensive foul on De'Erica. 19th turnover by the Sparks here. Oh, it's on Lee. Lee trying to seal positioning, and they call a foul on Lee for the elbow seal on Clark. She tried to seal her and got called for the foul. 19 turnovers for the Sparks, 10 for the Fever. 19 turnovers sounds like my Liberty. Ball in play with the Fever. Caitlin Clark going to the right. Cameron Brink back in the game. She tries to do a insert pass. It bounces off Cam Brink's leg, and it stays with the Fever. Now, I don't know where that pass was initially going, but luckily, oh, good pass by Caitlin. Oh, Ray Burrell with the block. Ray Burrell with the block. Katie Lou flashed to the basket. Caitlin puts the pass right on target. Ray Burrell recovers and punches it out of bounds. I don't see no foul call there. She blocked that cleanly, Katie Lou. You got no bounce. Ball back in play with the Fever. Caitlin Clark, 8 on the shot clock. Caitlin Clark between the legs, crossover on Kia Nurse. Oh, she tries to find Temi, and it's a turnover by Caitlin. Rebound. Ari McDonald back in the game. It's good to see she's good. Over to Kia Nurse. Caitlin had the blow by. The recovery was great on the rotation. She tries to find the pass on the baseline, and it's a turnover. But Sparks have the ball. De'Erica Hamby gets stripped, and it's off of the Fever. Off of the Fever, stays Sparks ball. Heartland says, how do you do all Fever games? No, I don't do all Fever games. I do not do all Fever games, my friend. Ball in play with the Sparks. Kia Nurse for three. Oh, Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse daggers a three, 67-63. Back to a 4-point game. Daniel says Ray Burrell got that dog in her. Yeah. It always is like that. It takes an injury for somebody to get an opportunity. Caitlin Clark step back three. Oh, off the front rim. Rebound De'Arica. Nalissa Smith on the board. Outlet out to Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse gets blocked by Caitlin again. Oh, they call a foul. How many fouls does she have? Caitlin Clark up to... Oh, that's her... Oh, no. I'm looking at her turnovers. That's her third foul, Caitlin Clark. Kia Nurse, who struggled that last game against the Fever, comes back tonight. Buries 4 threes so far. It's funny how that works. When you have somebody to hit a bunch of threes, they never do. Nurse at the line. Oh, first free throws in and out. Nurse for the second, and she buries the second. 68-63, 5-point game, people. 5-point game. Burford, thank you. Give me updates as the quarters end. Please, if you could be so kind. Kelsey Mitchell. Whoa, league pass. Don't freeze on me. Nah, we doing so good. It's a foul on the Sparks. Foul on the Sparks. Cam Brink with the foul. Hasn't been the best night for Cam Brink after her career high 21 points the other night. Christy Wallace in, and she passes it to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell trying to find an angle here. 7 on the shot clock. Nalissa Smith by the 3-point line in front of her bench. She crosses over, throws up her the floater, short. Temi with the rebound. Temi out to Caitlin. Caitlin drives. She tries to pass it and turns it over again. Another jump pass by Caitlin, and it's a turnover. That wasn't a good look. I thought she should have went for the basket there, but that's neither here nor there. Ari McDonald for 3. Oh, Ari McDonald! And a timeout Fever. Ari McDonald limping and all off the bench. Ari McDonald. I think she's leading the team in scoring now with 19 off the bench for Ari McDonald. 3 for 5 from 3. And it's a timeout Fever. 71-63. Man. Yeah, Bill says Brink fouls out in college. Yeah, she gets in foul trouble a lot. Is what I heard her MO is. She's up to 3 fouls, so I mean she got 3 more in the next 5 minutes, so she's gonna be on the floor. She doesn't even have a lot of rebounds tonight. Only 1 rebound for her. 3 points. You got 3 points from Lexi, 3 points from Cam Brink in your starting lineup, but you have 19 off the bench for Ari McDonald, 8 for Ray Burrell. She hit 2 threes in 9 minutes. John said size needs to be fired after this one. I don't know about that one. Some of these plays are player related. I know that the thing is to fire sides, but just looking at the game objectively, some of these plays here have been player caused. Nothing a coach can do to prevent you from throwing a blind jump pass or missing wide open shots, you know? Sparks outscoring the Fever 12-8 in this 4th quarter. Boston is basically getting her work done on the boards and getting some putbacks. When Caitlin and Boston are running that pick and roll, or that Boston is slipping the pick and she's getting the ball at the foul line, the decision of her is, do I shoot the foul line jumper or do I drive? Some of the foul line jump shots have been shot short tonight. When she drives, sometimes it doesn't look fluid. But when she gets the ball off the offensive rebound, she's been making good plays out of that. Let's see. For the Fever, 30% from 3, 8 for 26. That's tough to overcome. Clark is 3 for 9 from 3. Kelsey Mitchell 3 for 7 from 3. No, Aaliyah Boston hit 1, and nobody, and Nalissa Smith hit 1. 36% from the field for the Fever. They're up to 12 turnovers now. For the Sparks, I keep saying sorry guys. 60% from 3 for the Sparks. They only missed 8 threes tonight. They're shooting 46% from the field. They do have 18 turnovers, which is why this game is close. Ball back in play with the Fever. Bill says, do you think the player Vegas cut is any good? That doesn't help them, really. Deja Fear is another turn. Oh, they call a foul. I'm about to say that was almost another turnover. CC has been shooting 3. She's 3 for 8. Yeah, she's 3 for 8. 3 for 9 from 3, so she's getting them up there. Size insists on playing Wheeler. Lead one away. Insists on Boston, who misses a lot of side sucks consistently. But to answer your question, Bill, she's good, but height is a thing. Ball back and play with the Fever. Deja Fear, while she's a potent scorer, she's tiny on the court. Oh, Ari McDonald with the steal. She pump fakes, goes up, and scores. See, guys, that's not coaching. I'm telling you right there. That play right there, that was 2 players not on the same page. Caitlin goes behind the back, recovers the ball, looking for Kelsey Mitchell. Over to Temmie. Temmie looking for Caitlin, gets Caitlin with the ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They throw a double at her, and she throws, and they throw it off Caitlin, off Cam Brink's leg. She looks frustrated with something. But they trapped her in the corner. There wasn't so much that Caitlin could do there with the trap. CC up to 7 turnovers tonight. Ball back in play to answer Thiz your question. Aaliyah Boston 3 seconds, and that's another turnover by the Fever. They're capitulating, people. They are capitulating. 73-63, ball back in play. Let me slow my clock down a little bit. Ball back in play. Ari McDonald with the ball. She's been the answer tonight. Cam Brink over to Kia Nurse in the corner for 3. Oh! Kia Nurse buries a corner 3. And this game is getting out of hand. 13-point lead. Biggest lead in the night. Caitlin over to Aaliyah Boston. Back to Caitlin. Caitlin wide open for 3. Can she hit this? Oh, they call a foul before she missed it anyway. But they call a foul before the shot on, I think that was on De'Erica, if I'm not mistaken. Both teams are in the foul bonus. Oh, it's on Ari McDonald. Ari McDonald with the foul. They're in the bonus anyway, so Aaliyah Boston going to the line for free throws. It's 3 minutes 55 to go. 13-point game. Fever have fallen apart here in the fourth. 17-8 by the Sparks so far. Oh, Aaliyah misses a free throw. It's getting late early. Caitlin doing some breathing techniques out there. Some deep breaths in and out. And Aaliyah Boston buries the second. 76-64 ball in play. Let's see what can happen here in the next 4 minutes or so. Aaron McDonald, quick crossover, goes to Cam Brink. Cam Brink for 3. And it bounces around. Ray Burrell. Oh, and they call a... Who is it on? Oh, no, they called a foul on... offensive foul for the over the back. I thought they were about to call it on Clark. They called it on Ray Burrell going over the back for the rebound. I don't know about that call. So Caitlin Clark going to the line for free throw. Since they're in the bonus, she hits the first. I mean, this is good for them. They're getting points while the clock is stopped. So, and Caitlin Clark, oh, she misses the second. Oh, 11-point game. Rick, the only way to build stamina is to play. There's not a lot of time for practice and stuff, so she just got to play through it. Cam Brink, high low to De'Erica. Oh, Caitlin with another block. I think that's Caitlin's third block of the game for Caitlin Clark. Weak side, she comes over, De'Erica goes up, and Caitlin with the weak side block goes out of bounds and stays Sparks' ball. But she's been active on the defensive end tonight. Ari to inbound, finds Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse, oh, Kia Nurse, 5 threes. They keep leaving her wide open, and she's burying them. 79-65, Kia Nurse. Caitlin Clark, handoff to Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah looking for somebody. Erica Wheeler in the game. Kelsey Mitchell is out. Erica Wheeler looking, finds Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston to Caitlin with 7 on the shot clock. Finds Boston, foul, and 1. Good find by Caitlin. Aaliyah cuts to the paint, gets fouled, and scores. So timeout called here, people. Unless it's an official's timeout. But Kia Nurse, 5 for 6 from 3 tonight. All of her shots have been threes that she's made for 17 points. So we're at a timeout now. It's an official's timeout. Last official's timeout before the end of the game. Shout out to everybody in here. Wow, I haven't looked at the amount of people in here in a while. All 220 of you on the YouTube and Twitch. Salute to all y'all. Thanks for joining for this WNBA watch-along tonight between the Sparks and the Fevers. Second matchup of the season between the two teams. Fever won the first one for their first win. Sparks trying to avenge their loss. Make sure you like and subscribe. I do WNBA watch-alongs all season long. So be on the lookout for the next one. Look at the comment. Give Boston the ball on the roll. I mean, that's the play they should be going to, John. Giving Boston the ball on the roll. Wolves 20, Mavs 10, 2 minutes left in the first. Dang, I feel like that first quarter been going on forever. This is another lotto pick for the Fever. And that'll be tough. That would be tough. But listen, as I've been saying, for my team, for all teams I do watch-alongs for, it's still early. For the Fever, this is their 8th game. There's still 32 games left. And there's a big break in the middle with the Olympics coming up. So don't overreact yet. When we get to Olympic break, we can figure it out. Dylan Sprouse, is that the kid from the Zach and Cody? Interesting. Another thing that I should mention is starting on Saturday is the Commissioner's Cup series. Commissioner's Cup games start. This year they changed it a bit. Commissioner's Cup is the first 2 weeks of June, if I'm not mistaken here. Teams will play against other teams in their conference. So this is where conferences come into play. So anytime teams are playing against a team in their conference, during the first 2 weeks of June, from June 1st to June 13th, they will come towards regular season wins as well as Commissioner's Cup standing wins. The teams from both conferences who are in the lead after those 13, that Commissioner's Cup series, will face each other in the Commissioner's Cup final. Aaliyah Boston hits the free throw and is an 11-point game. John says, I used to be a Lynx fan when Moore played, but then Maya Moore was incredible. Incredible. She could score from anywhere. Defense, did it all. Kia Nurse into the paint. So she can't make a 2-pointer, but Kia Nurse has been burying threes. She misses a 8-footer in front of the basket, and it goes to the Fever. 2 minutes 41 to go here. Fever have to make their move now. Caitlin Clark off the screen finds Aaliyah Boston on the short roll. Christy Wallace, can she hit one? Yes, she can. Christy Wallace for 3. Cam Brink inbounds to Ari McDonald to over to Dearica Hamby. It's an 8-point game, people. 8-point game here. Dearica finds Ari McDonald, guarded tightly by Erica Wheeler. Back to Dearica. Dearica over to Kia Nurse. 10 on the shot clock here. Kia over to Dearica. Dearica gets stripped by Erica Wheeler. Erica Wheeler on the break. Oh, she had the wide open lane and lost control of the ball. What happened? I don't know what is happening here. Daniel says, did Leilani Mitchell retire? I think so, bro. I don't know if she officially retired, but she's not in the league, I don't believe. Christy Wallace finally hits a 3. Finally. So Caitlin Clark at the line. Remember I said the teams were in the bonus from early. So anytime you get fouled, it's free throws with the clock stopped, which is what the Fever need. Caitlin Clark hits the first free throw. It's 2 minutes, 2 seconds left to go in this game, people. 2 minutes and 2 seconds. And she buries the second. 6-point game with 2 minutes left to go. I'll start the clock on my go. There we go. Dearica Hamby over to Kia Nurse. Over to Cam Brink. Cam Brink finds Rickea cutting back door, and they call a foul on Caitlin for grabbing. Caitlin looking up at the scoreboard to see where the foul was. Oh, she's holding on to her she's holding on to her arm. That was the foul. She's grabbing her wrist as she's going. So they're reviewing. They are reviewing. So Caitlin is saying, I don't know where the foul is. But from the replay I saw, it looked like she had a grab of Rickea's like forearm from the angle that they showed on the broadcast here. But they're reviewing it. This is a big call here. Both teams are in the bonus, so that means Rickea would be shooting free throws if this is upheld. Do they? They're showing the replay. I don't know if they have another angle, but this is gonna be tough to overturn here. Yeah, on that angle, you could see her grabbing, like actually like right here on the elbow as she's cutting to the basket. She's grabbing here, so that's gonna be a foul call all the time. That's a tough angle from that one as well. Let me see if they caught it here. Yeah, you can see it there. She's grabbing the is that the armpit? Yeah. No, that's not the armpit. The crease between your forearm and your biceps. You know what I mean? I've just demonstrated it. But anyways, they're at the review table doing the replays and all that. So once they confirm, we'll be good. I think that's the replay here. Daniel Mavs 24. Wait, what? Mav 24-12. No way. What? Nothing. FWB. Salute to you. Thanks for subscribing. Dang. Wolves giving it up like that. Oh, Mavs down. I thought you were saying that the Wolves are down. I was about to say I thought the Wolves were just up. Wheeler should be on the end of a bench and forgotten. Listen, man, $200,000 reasons why she's getting some minutes. Look, she got demoted from starter to bench, and they still paying her a guaranteed $200,000. Listen, man, she got to give something for that $200,000. Oh, Rickea misses the first free throw. Let me go back and look. I was trying to look earlier, and they didn't report if the game was sold out or not. Rickea buries the second free throw, and it's up to a 7-point game. Ball back in play. Aaliyah Boston by the 3-point line. They're looking for Caitlin. Aaliyah Boston reverse spins, finds Erica. Erica just holding on to it. Erica tries to draw a foul. Cameron Brink with the block. Yikes. It's getting late early for the Fever here. 7-point game. They need an absolute stop here. You can't foul. Dearica over to Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse drives. Kia Nurse Euro stab, throws it up with the right and scores. And that might do it, people. That right there might do it. Clark bounce pass to Temi. Temi on the baseline. Temi has no one to pass it to. Everybody's guarded tightly, and goes out of bounds off of the Sparks. Yeah, it's getting late early, as they say. It's getting late early. Why are they not showing the attendance? Yeah, I can't find the attendance, people. And then off. Oh no, was that a Kia Nurse with a away from the play foul? Foul before the ball was inbounded? Oh no, that's not good. For the Sparks, I should say. So Caitlin Clark got the line to shoot free throws with the clock stopped at a minute, and she hits the first. I'm still looking for this attendance for you guys. She rattles in the second. I thought she missed it. It's 82-75. They're playing a full court press. De'Erica Hamby. Oh, Cameron Brink comes and saves it. Cameron Brink finds Aaron McDonald. Aaron McDonald dribbles it back out smartly. 7-point game. Oh, Aaron McDonald blows by Caitlin and rattles in and out. Aaliyah Boston hits off her face, but Temi with the rebound. Indiana has no time to rest here. Caitlin for three. She airballs, guys. It hits the bottom of the net from the outside, not the inside. Kia Nurse. And a timeout called by the Sparks here. Dang, that was anticlimactic. She came up, she shot one of those patented Caitlin Clark half court threes, and it hits the bottom of the net from the outside. Like literally the bottom of the net. Damn. All right, Barefoot, salute to you, my guy. Salute, salute. That was anticlimactic. Still trying to look for this. They haven't given the numbers yet. I haven't heard them say it on the broadcast either. You and me says Clark was a bit off tonight. Yeah, it was a tough shooting night for her. She was getting to the paint, getting some good looks, but it just like her overall field goal percentage, 6 for 15 isn't bad. It's about average, but 3 for 10 from 3 is tough to overcome. But 26 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, does have 5 fouls. But that's tough, very tough. Well, Clark shoot the half court shot. Not shocked it was an ear ball. Yeah, it was a contested. All right, Pac-Man, salute. It was a contested half court shot at that. That's tough. Tough to overcome there. Rick, really appreciate your hobby, Jay. Thanks for being here. Next time. Until next time, Rick. Salute. Salute. Sparks to inbound here. Over to De'Erica. And they call a foul. I thought that was a clean steal, but nobody's complaining because I guess it was actually a foul. Mitchell was like 2 for 10. Yeah, Mitchell. Yeah, they had to sit her on the bench. Kelsey Mitchell was 5 for 15 from the field, 3 for 7 from 3. Caitlin Clark was 3 for 10 from 3, 6 for 15 from the field. She did go to the line 13 times, made 11 free throws for Caitlin. I saw a lot of MTCs early in the game. I was just wondering if the arena was packed out. It's hard. You know when they be giving these numbers, these sellout numbers or whatever they be saying. Sometimes it'd be like, I think they be lying sometimes. Not even just for the Fever, just for every team. And who was that? The score is 84-75. Both free throws were made. And with 28.5 seconds to go, De'Erica Hamby hits 2 free throws. Game is over. Mitchell was she was trying to get things going. It's just the threes just weren't falling. Threes were not falling. Yeah. Looking at it's pretty. 5 for 15, 3 for 7 from three. Yeah, I mean that's okay. She's a volume 3-point shooter. Um, what was the? It was 14 turnovers, but LA has 19. Yeah, so it was just that run there at the end of the third, or middle to end of the third into the fourth, which really did the Fever in. Yeah, the Sparks shooting 60% from three. That is, you're not gonna win a lot of games when a team is shooting 60% on and they've made 14 threes. That's tough to overcome there when you're shooting 32%. It's tough. But it's Indiana ball with 28 seconds to go here. Clark with the ball, and they call a foul. Call a foul on Kia Nurse. So Caitlin Clark will go to the line to shoot free throws, to add to her career high. Clark is up to 26. It's a 9-point game, 84-75. 24 seconds to go here. Caitlin Clark at the line. Hits the first. She's taken 14 free throws so far. About to be her 15th. And hits her 15th. The 15th attempt, made 13 of them. And it's 84-77, 24 seconds left. Reset timeout used by the Sparks to advance the ball. Kia Nurse to inbound. They just need to get the ball inbound. Kia Nurse finds Rickea Jackson, and she passes it back to Kia Nurse, and a foul called by Christy Wallace. So it's who was that? Rickea Jackson going to the line for free throws. So Kia Nurse at the line, shooting 2 free throws, and she misses the first. The Fever, the Sparks haven't been super efficient. Let me see if I'm lying. Yeah, they missed 8 free throws tonight. The Sparks have. So Kia Nurse with 19, and she buries it for 20. Kia Nurse with 20 points, and the Fever used a reset timeout. So they used a reset timeout. They advanced the ball. Christy Wallace to inbound with Boston, Clark, Wheeler, and Temmie on the floor. Caitlin Clark finds Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston steps back for 3, buries it. 5-point game, 14 seconds to go. Everett says keep losing. So Caitlin, they bring the double to her. She finds Aaliyah Boston. She steps back and pulls up for 3. That's her second 3 of the night, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, she's 2 for 2 from 3 tonight. 17.6 rebounds for Boston. All right, so ball to be inbounded. Sorry guys, I got a little quiet there. I was checking something here. But it's not looking good. Kia Nurse came alive in that second half. 20 points, 6 for 12 from the field, 5 for 6 from 3. She can't buy a basket inside the 3-point line, that's for certain. It's 85-80, people, with 14 seconds to go. Let's see what can happen. Oh, ball tipped out of bounds. And it stays with the Sparks. Ray says Clark had a solid game. She's a great player on the crowd team. I mean, there's a reason they had 2 back-to-back number 1 overall picks. Ball inbound to Ray and foul on Lexi Hall. Salute, Eddie. Salute. So, De'Erica Hamby at the line to shoot. De'Erica Hamby at the line to shoot. De'Erica off the front of the rim. And De'Erica at the line for the second. Ray Burrell checked into the game for defensive purposes. De'Erica Hamby hits the second. 86-80. With 13 seconds to go, Elliott Boston outlet to Christy Wallace. Over to Caitlin. Caitlin drives and gets the quick layup. They trying to... Do they foul? Oh, they do finally foul. I was like wondering if they're going to foul. 3 seconds to go. Rewind the clock down a little bit. It's 3 seconds to go, people. They waited too long to foul there. I don't know what the deal was there. So Caitlin is up to her first 30-point game of her WNBA career. Looks like it's about to come in a loss. Yeah, I don't know why she went for the 2 there. That was an interesting decision. Kia Nurse hits the first free throw. I was a little confused. Maybe she just wanted to secure the 30 points. Kia Nurse hits the second. And to inbound, they get it to Christy. Christy dribbles 1 second. She throws it up. And that's how the game ends, people. So the Sparks avenged their loss on Friday to the Fever. They get the win with a final score of 88-82. The Sparks moved to 2-4. I'm gonna update it here. The Fever moved to 1-7. All right, we're gonna take a quick look at that's some stat vanity by Clark. You never know. It's like, we're gonna lose. Let me just get my 30 points in the meantime. I'm gonna look at the box score really quickly so you guys can see for yourselves what we've witnessed here tonight. Let me just get it popping here for you guys really quickly, and then we can head on out of here. All right, boom. So let's publish that. Cool. Hope you guys can see that. T-Wolves 30, Mavs 27. Dang. Comeback City already. I keep doing this, guys. I apologize. There we go. So we got Los Angeles Sparks. De'Erica Hamby was 17-10. And she played every minute of this game. All 40 minutes De'Erica played, and they needed it. 88-82. Cameron Brink, not her best game. 3 points, 3 rebounds, 3 fouls, 3 turnovers. Did have 2 blocks in 24 minutes. Rickea Jackson, first start, had 12. Lexi Brown hurt her elbow. In 12 minutes, she had 3 points and 4 rebounds. Kia Nurse, big second half for her. 22 points, 5 of 8 from the free throw line, 5 of 6 from 3-point range, 6 for 12 from the field. Steph Talbot, no points in her 10 minutes. Lee had 2 points in her 16. Ari McDonald played 30 minutes due to the injured Lexi Brown. Had 21 off the bench, 6 for 9 from the field, 3 for 5 from 3. With 4 assists to her name. Ray Burrell came in 12 minutes, had 8 points. Some big defensive stops, some big threes for her. They shoot 60% from the 3-point line, 47% from the field, 72% from the free throw line, with 19 turnovers as a team. That's tough. Aaliyah Boston, 23 minutes, had 17 points and 6 rebounds. Temi Fagbenle with 6 points and 7 rebounds. Kelsey Mitchell, 5 for 15, 3 for 7 from 3, 15 points. Christy Wallace with 5 on 1 of 6 shooting from 3, 2 for 9 from the field. Caitlin Clark, career high 30 points. She had 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks. She stuffed the stat. She got to work on the turnovers with 7 turnovers. There were a few that she had that were unnecessary passes, jump passes trying to get it all the way to the other side of the floor that did not make it. But salute to her on a 30-point night. The bench, nothing to write home about. Samuelson with 2. Nalissa Smith was a minus 24 in her minutes. That's not good. That she had 3 points. Erica Wheeler with 2. Lexi Hull with 2. So they get 2, 4, 6, 9 points from their bench. They got out. Ari McDonald by herself had 21 for the Sparks off the bench. 19 turnovers by the Sparks, 14 by the Fever. As you can see, they shot 33% from 3, 38% from the field, and 80% from the line. The rebound battle wasn't too bad. They just got out rebounded by 2. They tied in team assists, and they had more steals. It's just basketball is a game of runs, and the Fever made their run at the beginning of the third. LA fought back, responded, and made their run and didn't relinquish the lead the rest of the game. All right, people, that is it for tonight's watch along. Thank you all for tuning in. Salute, Daniel. Congrats to your Sparks and getting the win. Make sure everyone, if you haven't liked or subscribed, make sure you leave a like, subscribe on the way out. I will be back sometime this weekend. Tomorrow I'll be at the Liberty game, so no watch along tomorrow. Thursday, we'll see about that. I don't think I'll be able to do Thursday, but this weekend definitely we'll be back for some more watch alongs. Make sure those noti bells are on so you get notified whenever I post. Appreciate the support, guys. Again, Sparks get the win, 88-82. Second win of the season for the Sparks. Fever go 1-7. Clark gets her career high. All right, folks. Appreciate it, Travis. Thanks for the kind words, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Salute. Salute, salute, and salute.